Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Head Coach Ross of the Attacks Gym, Street Warrior. Njia, Uhuru, Kipura. As you know, Njia, Uhuru, Kipura means the way of freedom using Kipura. Kipura is the ancient art fighting system of the Kingdom of Congo, which my family upgraded, modernized, and made more effective for the modern times in our expression of Njia, Uhuru, Kipura. Okay, let me get straight to it. I'm out here working out at the track and field, getting my movement training on out here. This is a Chittick Field out here in Long Beach. And I was in the midst of getting my training in when I received 12, 13, 14, 15, 18 emails from you, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters out there, kings and queens out there, and you asked me about the role of spirituality in our fighting system. That in and of itself is such a comprehensive topic that I devoted an entire instructional to it. So I won't have the time to dive into it now here on the YouTube. You have to go to my website and get it. But I'm going to give you a quick overview, and that's this. The combination of the African spirituality with our fighting systems is what makes the difference between our fighting systems operationally and our fighting systems that don't work. It's just really that simple. It has all of the everything in it. And let me give you an example that you'll be able to grasp. Okay, in my system, the first two Orisha whom we teach, number one is Agayu, number two is Oshun. The reason is because Agayu's element is earth, so we want to provide a foundation for a solid foundation for our students so that they can build upon. Okay, whereas Oshun's primary element is water, specifically the rivers and lakes, waterfalls, things of that nature, things that are not oceans and seas. Okay, and that allows the more fluid, quote unquote, soft style of application of techniques to be used. Now there are a ton of critical things you need to know about that. For instance, Agayu's holy number is 9. So the techniques that Agayu uses are multiples of 9s or divisions of the number 9. And Agayu is primarily associated his areas of dominance. That includes that of his wife too. There's always a balance, a male and female expression. Okay, so the areas of domination are the mountains and the deserts. So, and what that means is, in the mountains, hills, and deserts, Agayu knows all the fighting styles of all the animals that live in that area. So right there, you see that the entire arsenal of animal style techniques also are in the African fighting systems, but they differ in their expression that the West is aware of much later coming Oriental, excuse me for using that term, Asian fighting systems that also drew their animal techniques and inspirations from the African fighting systems that their current systems actually are. Meaning that every single technique in Asia, all of their systems have an African fighting system base, because every single person and every single civilization in Asia is also African in their root. Let that sink in a second. All right? Simultaneously, it explains why so many fighting legends of the African arts, even in places like Brazil, have animal nicknames like Pantera, like panther, or snake, or monkey, or lion, or something like that. The reason is because those animal fighting systems were actually incorporated in the Orisha or Nkizi or Vodun or whatever branch of spirituality they followed. They learned that fighting technique too. That's why it's there. That's why it's there. So these same African fighting systems, African spirituality undergirds the philosophy for the fighting systems too, and the strategies and the tactics. So you absolutely positively have to know the spirituality in combination with the techniques. Otherwise, you would be effectively in the position of a boxer who's just flinging his arm out there, but doesn't know that the way he's flinging his arm out there is supposed to be a jab, the name of the technique, how to use it, when to use it, and what its purpose is for. That's what you're looking at when you don't have the African spirituality. This also separates me from all the cardio capoeira guys, because 0 of them are telling you this. 0 of them are telling you how to apply it. 0 of them are connecting the movements with the language, with the modern application, the ancient application, and the history. They're not making it a complete expression. And that includes the aesthetic expressions, because the techniques done well look very, very good. It's also done for fun. It's done for social events. It's done for healing. Yes, Smaitawi is part of Kipura, and Kipura is part of Smaitawi. They're connected. It's a whole. All right? And all of these things you're not learning from your cardio capoeira mestre, because that information, the real skills, the real knowledge, the real techniques, the real history, all of this is still against the law in Brazil, and it has been against the law since Africans first started coming in there en masse in 1501. That's why you can only learn it from me and my family in Njia, Uhuru, Kipura. You can't learn it from any Angoleros. You can't learn it from any Regional. None of those cats know that information. They have a Brazilian base which destroys their ability to learn the real root, because they have to abandon the disinformation, the lies, the miseducation, and the corruption that infected their expression as a result of the triumph of the Brazilian government over the remaining Kipura warriors in Brazil. Because another thing they won't tell you is that actually the Kipura warriors won. The majority of us not only lived free in Brazil, but we also escaped the entire country of Brazil. Those who were of lesser skills, those who were of lesser number, they were the ones who were forced to become slaves inside of Brazil and everywhere else. They won't tell you that. But not only will I tell you that, I'll tell you the history, to tell you the historical novels and books that prove it. But if you want to know that, you have to go to my website, googlesites.com/Attacks Gym Street Warrior Capoeira. Purchase the instructionals there. If you have any questions or comments, leave it at the end of this video. All right? And I want you to subscribe, and I need you to share, and I need you to hit a like on this. All right? So we can grow our audience. All right? Take care of yourself. It's Head Coach Ross of the Attacks Gym Street Warrior in Njia, Uhuru, Kipura. Asante sana. Amani. Ashe.